Hello. Welcome back. Let's go. Okay. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright? So... what's going on with the case, anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this? And the police evidence room part. The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie. And that would possibly exonerate your sister. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? Sorry, my glasses are filthy. I got used to looking at the world and it being blurry, and now that I have lenses again, and I can make the world not blurry, I'm going to do that. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. My sister racing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Heh heh heh. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know? You can't just... Jesus Christ. You can't just wash it away with water, with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh. To test for blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Okay. Press enter to spray on it. Okay, let's find some bloodstains. I think it's going to be A, then. Look, it's going to be here, isn't it? Oh. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Oh, okay. Well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood. Because he was, like, murdered and he had it all over his shoes. The perpetrator and the Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Miss Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? Okay. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. There were no testing fluid received. Can't be sure that the police will reveal all the evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag out the hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating crime now, doesn't it? We are. Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. We should do the phone. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star, you only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead. It doesn't really get my mouth watering. That kind of lead in. Okay. Jesus. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security guard room right there. But I was afraid that I wouldn't sound too convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dare out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunchboxes. And you were let go. Fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Okay, so... Maybe if we present her with... the knife? What do you think about this? Oh, that's a generic thing. The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? The knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Oh, I thought you was going to talk about the SL9 incident. Do I need to present the note as well, then? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's on that knife and on that note. Oh, okay, no, I was wrong. That's not good. What's going to get us to speak? Present... Maybe the crime scene photo to her? Because she could tell us more about it. Or the shoe. Oh, doesn't matter. We'll do both. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes when the problem is start, you lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Oh? Just like that time. That time. Is that what's got her to talk? Do I need to present the shoe? Could you take a look at this? You, yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. Okay, so that's the generic answer. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. We've prepared all this. We're just gonna skip. Okay, yeah, we did open up with a line of dialogue. I don't know what did it. It must have been the crime scene photo. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with that case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Detective Goodman. Exactly. Detective... Oh, Jake Marshall. Okay. Oops. I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side of that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell? There is only one reason I come here to sell lunches in this security office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. The Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when did all the detectives on SL9 have... Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find no evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Okay. Miss Starr, Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay, so we should go and speak to, what's it called? the police to see Jake Marshall. February 23rd, police department entrance. Okay, I'm waiting on a phone call, but it hasn't happened yet, and it's 2 minutes past. So I may... That's why I keep looking at my phone. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blaring. I suppose it makes sense, a detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. Looks like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Are we allowed to? Oh. Oh dear me. February 23rd, evidence room entrance, guard station. Look at the little trap. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Examine? Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be a real deal. I wonder, I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a coal rigid cell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like hair. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging in here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? Punchy? Paunchy? A pinchy? I know. A poochie. Wait. Maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Cruel man. When you have like an earworm like that and you need to know the answer, it's annoying. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. We could if we were allowed to. Look on the floor, a lasso. Or a lasso. It looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd open? It'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Okay. So what we'll do... Oh. Do we have to go... Oh, okay. February 23rd, police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Okay. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh, don't tell me it's Meekins. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Detention center. Oh, do I need to go to here so that I can then go to the detention center? February 23rd, detention center, visitors room. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins. The perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh, dude. Look at his picture. Oh. Okay. The call came. So let's talk. The day of the crime. Oh, sugar. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Is that news? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow! Oh. What the heck is this guy doing? He hit his hand that looks sore. Clearly. So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Now, we've seen you between that time. Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet, another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as anything, then label me as a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. So, you know who Detective Goodman is? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can I share this with him as well? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Oh. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was Apple, sir. In my dream, sir. And I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Or he's just scared of knives. That should have... Oh, crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he points a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's my father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. Then I awoke. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still end up in here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime! I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? Hey, handsome. I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Doop. Doop, doop. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh, there he is. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, everything, under his seat cushion, behind the computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Clear? Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Ah, righto, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Oh ho ho, Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know it. They're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, fixed it so he was caught forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. I'm gonna be a monster. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Oh, this can. Is this resealable? It is. Oh, that's so smart. For my clumsy ass, that's amazing. Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that you wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay. We're gonna go to the evidence room. I'm gonna go to the guard station. Oh, you're still not here. Do I need to try and go in there or something? Is there anything? Oh, I can try the gate maybe? This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. Can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Cool. Thanks for making me just read some onomatopoeia. Is that it? Is that all that's here? Is that all that's here? Okay. All right. Move. Don't have anything to do. Can we now examine this car? That's where we found that note. 221 SL9, the SL9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge in the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess, just knowing the case number. You're not gonna let me find the muffler problem? This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in line of the victim's body. We're just gonna skip, because we've seen all of that. I thought it was gonna let us see the... Oh, is that muzzle for the car? That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. Body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken too. The question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. That's sexist. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. I don't know why we just search the same crime scene again. I remember that being a thing where you just consistently over and over and over again. Look, a door. It must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? I actually think I want to... I've finished talking to her, haven't I? Yeah. I want to move to the High Prosecutor's office. There we go. We've triggered something. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's office, room 1202. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it will still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. There's nothing new in this room. Unless there's, like, letters on his desk. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I can see my own reflection. Yeah. We know it was him doing the cleaning. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Because he's the one scrubbing it. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Right, okay, yeah. So, if it's just gonna be the same Gumph, we're just gonna move... Can we speak to... Oh, I think we've got everything we can from you. Boop. No. Boop, boop. Okay, present you with things. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. I think I already did. Yeah. Okay. So, I think I want to go to the... Oh, yeah, there's this big knobhead. Alright. Let's present him with shit. Oh, we want to give that to the... What's his face? Cowboy guy. I don't feel like any of this will work with him. See, can I get things off people people's desks or something? These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desk. I'm a sleepy badger. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Dude, you should not have this at your desk. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? We'll see you. Well, see over there. That's Goodman's desk. Oh, he wants me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on this is February 21st. Best make a note of that just in case. Goodman, lost item report added to the court record. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Oh, great, thanks. What? Where did that come from? Is that because I looked at the desks and it said something about Goodman's desk? Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you... Oh! It's because he said I should go and investigate the... Anyway, actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if I could investigate the evidence room. Oh, he's got all staring at me. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please do. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. As for you here, you can borrow this. Huh, hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. Just run along now and do your best, pal. See you later. I knew something in this room would trigger the next thing. Heh, it looks pretty cool on my label, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. Lapel. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, now we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. Okay, Meekins, calm down. I think this is a bad place. This place is a bad influence on the scale. I can move. So, can I now go into... here? No? Examine, I guess, because we need to use the ID thing on it. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from the Chief Gan. Hey, we're making progress. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my Bambina's sky so grey? Here he is. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's the why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scenes are waiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. But we have been given a steak dinner to make him more of a sweetheart. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. Oh, so Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to the Officer Marshal. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. This man! Get him a steak! Stop! Guard station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you went at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they snake in next to your steak, you know? But we literally have Goodman's ID. So it doesn't just work, does it, dude? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. By the way, this accent? Terrible, I understand. Just roll with it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know that maybe 2 of the machines in here do. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and the machines. Well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand are here, security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. I'm gonna want that. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. We can, and we'll do it in a second by presenting the ID card of Goodman. Sorry, but you explain this whole transferal thing about Isabel? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Yes, so I'm going to present Goodman's ID. Doo-doo-doo. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. It's because it wasn't Goodman. It was someone using his ID card. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Because it wasn't Detective Goodman. Alright, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Boo-ba-da-boo! ID card record added to the court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Yes, because I reckon 77777777777 is Gant. Now, I remember this vividly. February 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Gumshoe! Best boy, Gumshoe! Eek. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Did she slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true, what I heard? Righto, please do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, say, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire and knock yourself out. I feel like he's a bit of a ventru, and actually what he's talking about here is like, I'm such a good businessman that it's good for business for me to loan you money because I'm a loan shark. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, honey. Oh, so is that what you were talking about? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. Oh, I'm gonna look at those. Court record, there we go. Oh, is that all there is? Oh, we're probably gonna line it up in a bit with more things. Okay. Oh, so what we'll do is we're gonna present to him the ID badge thing, because one of his IDs. There we go. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it's Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second that second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Okay, so can I check it now? Interesting. Interesting. But okay, Miles entered with someone and Bruce Goodman entered with someone. So like... Okay, so boss for a day. So Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day. That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Heh, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Okay, this is all fascinating, but it is really annoying me that there is something poking out the locker behind and I cannot fucking check it. There's something sticking out here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about silly evidence? So you are a slob. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under his trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it in front of them, pal. There's like so many more things that I can... Oh, I can slide. Cha-cha. Oh? Boop. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in this room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. So, we're gonna... See, I have a feeling that it's like, I have to present it, not just like... Oh, spray, there we go. I can do spray. So, firstly, obviously... I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. Of course it is. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me when... You can't trust the police. You are a police officer. What? But you're a detective. Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. Okay, we're gonna keep spraying. I'm pretty sure that I need to go slide and do it over here. There it is. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Oh, did it just boot me out? Did I accidentally do that to myself? Because I did press B. Or was it being smart and being like, listen, if you've touched these things... Alright, cool. I have a feeling that I've probably got everything I need from this. But I don't trust it. Also, why is there blood on those things? But oh, there we go. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of that locker, this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Oh, honey, but it was a dumb opinion. Like, in the nicest sense. Are we saying there's no blood splatter on these at all? That sounds dumb. Anyway, I feel like that's everything then. So, let's continue talking. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can get lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? You mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock? If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the lockers aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know how the fingerprint lock works. Evidence locker added to the court record. Okay, so we're going to present to him some stuff. Sometimes presenting back to them their own evidence stuff is useful. So I'm going to present this. Allow me to say one thing as speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. I bet it's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay, cool. So I've done that with you. I'm going to check this now because it's got new information on it, which is grand. Present this. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Yes, someone covering their tracks is what that was, my darling dearest. So, I'm gonna use... That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. That's what's the world coming to. Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Okay, I'm gonna go and examine. Because I can probably get more information from you in a bit. So there's paint cans up there, there's that. Wait, let's look at this. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe. There you go again, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. It says SL9 on it. It's clearly evidence. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Okay, amazing. Wow, someone must have broken something to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I think we can rebuild this. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try and put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. We're going to do it in like 30 seconds. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Okay. Yes. What? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought it was like trying to offer things to me. So... Oh, I see. It's literally just child's play. So I want to combine that one. That one looks right, actually. No, it doesn't. No, it looks more right than the rest. Is part of it? I'm trying to see the flat edge. No, that one does look right. Do I? Oh, I can rotate. Thank goodness for that. Okay. So this is probably the top. That looks like part of the top as well. Is that one right? That one looks more right. Combine. Okay, so this one is just right. That one's right. Combine. Spin. It's so slow to spin. Okay, so we're probably going to be looking for a handle for one of these. Anywho. There you go. That one. Spin again. Oh. On the top flat edge. Right, that's the top. That's the way to... Oh, this one. Which means it has to be that one. Oh, I did it. Wrong button. That one. Yep, keep going, please. Which means... They don't look 100%. Probably makes sense because it's like a broken vase, but like, you know. So we're still missing a piece on the side as well. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Kind of understand how it got broken. I think it's upside down, gang. Jar pieces back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. There's also this stuff here. What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room. What a tit. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. there anything else I can see that I haven't ticked off? Oh, yes. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Please, jar please. Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember next time I make a jar. Is there anything else to examine? Oh, the door. That's the door we just came through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall put the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. I really do want to get in that locker and see whatever that is. Some sort of bulky equipment for gathering dust here. What sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. Never did get round to using it. No, but you let us use it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out in Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. I feel like... I mean, that is foreshadowing for a different case. I know that. I think this edition, this Turnabout, I think the previous game was only 4 parts, and then this one that's added after the credits was added for the DS game when it came to DS. Okay, so let's talk to you. Is there anything more we can show you? Right, okay, so now we need to present stuff. It was something about Edgeworth, so let's present stuff to do with him. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal, I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. Okay, let's check this. Alright, so let's present this. Oh, okay, I think I already may have. Yeah, that's fine. The knife? Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay, so... present the jar. Okay. I feel like I need to present more stuff to him. I also, like, yeah, can I search it? Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Okay, is that the only... got a broken handle too. I feel like it's got 3 handles. Okay. So I can't search that more. Can I search any of these more? Present this. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? It toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Is there anything else that I can, like, pester you with? This? Oh, okay. Okay. I have a feeling that I still haven't presented you everything because I'm supposed to get you to talk more about Edgeworth. Yes. Oh! I did somehow trigger more talk. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumour mill. Rumours about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. So I'm gonna give them my report for the day. It might help you to know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? I love this, it's all foreshadowing. The one that says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. See you later. You should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay. So we're going to do a lot of running around to get to the prosecutor's office. There we go. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you! Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave, so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. All fancy schmancy. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry. I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking its toll on him. I didn't want to press move, I wanted to press talk. Inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay. I'll present you with some stuff. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Best evidence. It's gonna be this. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go, by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. Told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. AI-16. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay. Okay. I get it, you're an edgy boy and you're very upset, and can I talk to you more? Nope. So let's present more crap to you. Sure. Alright, okay, alright. Touchy subject. I wish it would just let me have a quick skip of that entire bit. So I can't do that. Alright, okay. I want to check it. What? Is that all? Great. Can I... Fuck it, just present the blue badger. No, okay. He is cute. There's a handprint on it. Oh. It looks like a spam call. Yeah, I know, but I clearly have to show you something, and I don't know what the fuck to show you, my dude, okay? I'm gonna try the rubber glove. Nope. Have I got everything from you? I feel like I may have got everything from you because at this point it's starting to feel futile. Okay, do you know what? Is there a way... Let's go find Meekin so I can put his name on the list. So, present it to Meekins. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the book, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the book to Edgeworth. Ah, I would have thought that your thing would have been on it. I just came here. Why did I... Let's try sharing... Oh, he's gone too. Okay, so we must need to be in with Edgeworth because now they've taken away anyone that I could possibly speak to. Okay, and I still can't talk to you about anything, so I must have to present things to you. I already gave you the list. And obviously, Meekins has told me to come and present it to you, so I'll just present it to you again. Oh, right, I'd better check this now, etc. so far, so forth. Gant asked you to go, etc. so far. Screwdriver. You can't say. Okay. I'm just making sure that I had actually done it. Oh, do you know what? What I haven't done, like a tit, is check the thing. Tag says AI16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. Makes it seem a little bit more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be a clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Rotato potato? So, AI16. Let's look at Goodman's, like, missing evidence thing. So you've seen my badge because I show you that all the time. You've seen his ID. I've pestered you with that. And that. I'm literally just presenting everything to him at this point. Jesus Christ. Oh. I've been showing, like, all the stuff all the stuff. Show him that. 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 Is it on this page? He's seen that. Try the phone. Has he seen that? Oh, this is different. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Ha. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then? He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We're the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, do you now? It was in the evidence locker place. No, I didn't mean to. I just pressed buttons. Here. Also, I want to, he has a handprint on his face. The blue badger is still writhing about today. Oh no, I don't want to watch it. Too bad I'm watching it apparently. He has a handprint on his face, see? Speaking of dancing, the whole police department seems to be dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Okay, great. I can take out his batteries. I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. He's fine, he's fine. I wonder where we saw a suspicious handprint. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Not just that one. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, use a finger. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Well, it's going to be this one. Okay, Now it's time to do this. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, sprinkle the aluminum powder. Huh? How do I do that? With enter. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting to know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles of a birthday cake. See? Wow. That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. On the DS, obviously, you would scribble and then blow into the microphone. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Dust and blow. There it is. Aha! You did it. You found one. But it looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. I think it means they were wearing a glove. Out of luck? The person who left its handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we try other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Okay. It seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody one as well. Let's find a clear print. Fingerprints outside of the blood? Yeah, like this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have to do these things. Ah ha ha ha! Was that not enough? You need more? Go. There you go. Yay! A print! So clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edward and point out the person you think who left the prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? You could make a good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would be most likely to find on this evidence locker? Well, it's Gumshoe's. So... him. Compare. Match found. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Press the wrong button and slide. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. Want to try using this? There we go. Her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only end up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay. Are there any? I think, like... if we're being super, like, funny about it, there'll probably be a finger here that wasn't washed away, but Oh, I can just full-blown dust. I'm thinking the scanner machine would have had something on it, but okay. Aha! I was right that it would be somewhere over here. Yeah! Let's go mental. Let's completely fill the entire thing. I remember doing this. I knew that we'd have to come back here, but I had no idea how to get bloody fingerprint stuff. So I'm glad that my scattergun approach of showing frigging everything to Edgeworth definitely worked. Okay, blow. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a cleaner result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. So we're gonna go for the thumb. Thumb, 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 thumb. Haha! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. This is kind of like the calibration test that you do on the DS, where it's like, poke all the corners and then the center. You're fully calibrated. I love that the bar is literally in the way, so I can't do anything. Anyway, I blow. Gave it my best shot. Oh, right, okay. So I just did the same finger again. So that finger was there. Okay, so I don't want to do any of these fingers. So we're just sweepstaking. It's the same one again. Okay. Try this one. Why do I feel like I may have already done this one twice? So I'm kind of hoping that I just did the thumb twice by mistake. And this is me doing the forefinger for the first time. Oh! Okay, that's better. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. Okay. Dust. Blow. Ta-da! Look, it's Gantz. Okay. Let's... Not Meekins. Oh, it's Jake Marshall's. Jake Marshall and Gant have very similar fingerprints. Well, you would find his, because he's the one who consistently is, like, cleaning the lockers up. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Huh. Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation's finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Is that literally where it ends off? Like, my kids came in and came in from school, wanted help getting sorted out and stuff, got them some food ready and things. And I have had to like disappear away and come back to the PC like several times for that. And then the last time it was to put a pizza in the oven, which I probably could have waited those 2-3 minutes of this bit. Jeez. But anyway, yes, I want to save my progress. That was interesting. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Like, I know that he's on the stand at some point, but I thought as a expert witness, not as someone who we're thinking is involved in the crime. But here we go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna end it here because this will be around an hour, maybe a little bit more. And we're gonna keep them all the same. So the next thing should be the trial. So let's go.